Hey guys, welcome back to FIFA 23 Brighton Career Mode, and I have a big announcement ahead or before we go into the video, and it's that I've decided to pretty much there won't be another season, so no matter how it's gonna be or how it turns out to be in the next few episodes, that will be pretty much the end of it because right now we're in July, or the time I'm recording this, it'll be July 12th. Again, I feel like if I decided to, extend for another season, it's going to take another 10, 15 days. And after that, of course, I still want to do one more Road to the Glory, Road to Glory, that type of video with the Italian League. And I realized that season might be, or that series might be taking longer than it should be taken. Especially when everything has to be on rebuild. I'm not going to expect the team to get promoted in the first season. So I think we have to count these kind of stuff into consideration for next season. So I decided to pretty much really want to heavily focusing on the next series. So I decided to pretty much end this Brighton career mode in the next few episodes. But of course, we are still cruising in the Premier League, FA Cup, and also the Champions League. So what we have to do is that no matter how it's going to be, we have to end this series. But of course, we have to end this series on a high. But right now, we have a very high probability of achieving that because currently we're sitting at first in the Premier League. We are playing against Chelsea in the second leg later on in the quarterfinals. So far, we are taking a 4-0 aggregate. So we are pretty much in a very safe hand in terms of that one. And the FA Cup semifinal, we will be playing against West Brom. Again, I would say a rather relatively easy draw because we have Chelsea and Liverpool on the other side, or was it Man City or something like that on the other side of the draw. So again, the probability of going to the final in the FA Cup is quite big, to be honest. So I'm not quite particularly too worried about that yet, but more likely right now is to pretty much to maintain the form that we are in. I mean, the fact that we have been playing amazing football lately should be we should talk about that more. We should talk about more of the players that we have. Again, I feel like the only weak spot in the team is pretty much the midfield. I think I should have probably gone for, or probably signed a much better, a world-class midfielder, a Jude Bellingham type, that type of play. But you know what? We have the golden boy, Gavi, in the team already. But of course, he was out for 3 months earlier on in the series or in the season. And right here, this is going to be a big one. Second leg in the quarterfinal against Chelsea. Traveling away to Stamford Bridge. Again, we have pretty much are taking a very sizable lead, 4-0 in aggregate, and of course I can rotate the squad just a little bit more, allowing some of the players to get some chances. For example, Tavares coming on right here. I mean, the reason why I have Tavares coming on is pretty much Estupinian was sent off last game with a horrific challenge on one of the Chelsea players. Tavares is going to come on right here to replace him just for this game in general. But this is going to be a big game again. Even though we have a 4-0 lead on aggregate, still we need to give everything that we have because we never know, to be honest. I mean, personally, I never play a game where in aggregate score, I'm leading by 3-4 goals ahead, and I somehow bottled the lead. I don't think I've ever done something like that before. But still, it's rather to put in your strongest spot, even though pretty much that we have pretty much go through to the semifinal. But you still want to put in a good, strong squad. You still want to win the game no matter what. I mean, even though this game doesn't seem to be much of a bigger deal than the last one, I feel like it's our obligation to win football matches no matter what. Right there, 2-0 already. Again, stretching the aggregate score to 6-0. Simacount with the score. Simacount with a goal. Sesko with another goal. And Joe Gilhart opened up the score for us. And 71 minutes in, 7-0 in aggregate. 3-0 in this game. And we're looking likely going to be playing in the semi-final in the Champions League. Again, first time ever for us to be in the Champions League, and right now seems to be we have quite a lot of success on that part of the department. Again, I feel like I don't want to jinx anything, but I think we can actually go all the way and win pretty much quadruple. That's what we're aiming for. But right there, quarterfinals score in the end, while PSG won against Atletico Madrid, and of course 4 more teams are being played later on. But later on we found out that in the semifinals we are playing against Juventus, and on the other side you have PSG against Borussia Dortmund. Again, PSG seems to be the standout one to look out for. Again, Juventus, I cannot guarantee whether if we can actually going to win to beat them. Again, they're a very strong team as well. Except the the point deduction that they had in real life, I still think Juventus is a pretty strong team, especially in FIFA as well. Especially when they have Vlahovic and also Chiesa in the team. I'm not quite sure if both of them are still in the squad anymore. And you know what? It's funny because I'm not quite sure if you guys remember, but Vlahovic was probably one of the players on my transfer hub list where I actually do enjoy the player. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", very good in the air, very fast as well. Against a left-footed player, which is something that I was looking for in a way because we need another left-footed striker in the team. Because right now we only have Joe Gilhart in that category. We also have Porter as well, but Porter is miles away from achieving like what Gilhart has been doing. And here comes the third game in this episode against Bournemouth. Again, this is going to be a very interesting one because we couldn't find a score. We couldn't score a goal. We couldn't really find a chance throughout the whole game until the last minute of the first half. And later on, Bournemouth out of nowhere equalized the game right there. We are so far, tying the game, drawing the game. Again, it puts a lot of pressure into the title race. We are playing against Man City in the next game. We still have another Chelsea game coming up very soon. You know what? I should probably check the score before going to the game. Putting ourselves much more, in a more pressure position. Skamaka again putting us back into the lead 2-1, but literally within 10 minutes. Bournemouth finds another chance right here. Leaky defense by Brighton, allowing them to score an equalizer, which allowing us to pretty much shedding our pants at the moment because we really have to win. I don't want to risk anything of losing any points. And look at Fabio Vieira. This guy, after a 3-month injury, he came back and he has been doing some madness for the club. And right there, 3-2 was the final score. And finally getting the win, a much needed win. And look at the table right here, 7 points clear of Chelsea and Man City at the moment. So if you do the math correctly, I believe that if we win the next 3 games, or even the next 2 games perhaps, we might be crowned the Premier League champion of 2026, 2025, 2026 season. I can't wait for that, but again, we can't do all the talk unless we have to beat City. Again, we beat them a couple of times before. I believe we did we beat them? Well, actually, no. We beat them in the first fixture, if I remember correctly. But this is going to be a tough one. A potential title decider in this game, or even the game against Chelsea. Again, we still have quite a lot of tough teams ahead of us. Well, 6 more games to go, actually. But right here, putting a strong team out there to show that, we are about to be champion. We want to be champion. And I know there are some tired legs in the team. But you know what? When you are putting everything on the line, you just have to. Put your strongest squad. 9 minutes in, we have our first chance. Here comes Joe Gilhart. Look at him go. And Fabio Vieira, again, I cannot track how many goals he has scored for the club since his return, but certainly more enough to the point where he is actually helping us, keeping our hopes up. I mean, we have Hlošek, we have Alex Scott, but you know what? In a caliber like that, players like him, Fabio Vieira, you just need to adore him. You just need to keep him. You just got to keep believing in him. Yes, I had my own doubt against him when he first joined the club. I think he could have done better in a lot of ways. But you know what? After the injury, he knew that he want to help the club to win big trophies, and this is exactly what he's doing. But unfortunately, so far we are not doing very well, to be honest. And well, doing very well right now because we just scored an equalizer. Joe Gilhart 2-2 right now. This guy 90 rated striker, putting us back into the lead right here. Here comes Gavi again. We are putting our attackers forward. Sesko with a brilliant finish to the bottom left corner, and we retake the lead right here. 3-2, and we are still, we just need to keep on going. Keep on going. Sesko to Vieira makes that a winner. 4-2 in the 74th minute, and pretty much we have won this game with 17 more minutes to go. But this game proves to be a very important one, and right here, Joe Gilhart has tied the competition record of 32 goals, but we all know that he has to score 35 goals in order to beat the newest challenger, the newest record holder, Erling Haaland, 34 goals. So, but we have 5 more games to go, and we have to wait. Still 7 points clear. I don't think Man City will catch up to us, but I think Chelsea could be having a chance as well. But beating Chelsea in the next episode, I believe so, then we might have a chance to actually crown to be a champion. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in a bit.